Verse 15. Pay them their wages each day before sunset, because they are poor and are counting on it. Otherwise, they may cry to the Lord against you, and you will be guilty of sin. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, NPP, under the tutelage of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has sinned against God and the youth. I refer to the biblical verse because these leaders are frequently spotted in white apparels among worshippers in churches and mosques to praise God. When they continue to derelict and fail to own up to responsibilities of paying laborers they hire, and also occasionally capitalize on their vulnerability to build political gains, it's very sad and pathetic. Friends from the media, it's so sad to draw your attention to a video which recently circulated. In fact, it captured a very sick former Nabco trainee by name Ewa Joseph. In fact, this guy was seen begging for food and funds for quality health care. Honestly, I'm understand this guy is dead. He's no more. And it said that such needy had his 9 months arrears stuck and unpaid by this insensitive government. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm justified to say this government has sinned against the youth. Yes, indeed. This government has sinned against the vulnerable graduates. And come 7th December is the day to reckon, judge, and pay them back every sufferance they have subjected Nabco trainees to. It's almost 3 years the government declined to pay the arrears due Nabco trainees. And if I may ask, I have to ask, why will you wait until elections before you convey their leaders, instigate payment processes, and promise them payment? I'm unapologetic to say this government has no compassion for the youth, and what they are interested in is to continually take advantage of their vulnerability to win power during elections. Same instances happened in 2020 when they quickly rolled out the career pathway transitions. They rolled out the career pathway transitions, which they promised they will mechanize all Nabco trainees. It followed with timely payment. They spoiled Nabco trainees because of the elections. And when they finally succeeded in winning power, these processes and promises became fictions and illusions. Very sad, very pathetic. Friends from the media, this is the moment of truth. It is evident that this government only conceived Nabco as a knee-jerk vote-buying policy without any solid foundation and intentions to make it sustainable. Friends from the media, I stand before you today as a former Nabco trainee and a patron of the Nabco Trainees Association, whose hopes for permanent jobs have been dashed. The alarming rate of unemployment and the current state of the economy are stark reminders of the challenges we face. As we approach the 2024 elections, I urge the next administration to implement the proposed 24-hour economy and the National Apprenticeship Program. This visionary approach, as outlined, has potential to transform our economy and drastically reduce the canker of youth unemployment. This is their last hope. as well implemented 24-hour economy policy would eliminate the need for stopgap measures like Nabco, youth in afforestation project, etc., which were introduced solely for political expediency. Let me repeat that portion again. All these initiative malfunctions because the sole purpose they conceived, they concocted, they rolled out was for political expediency, nothing more. In fact, it's sad. I want to posit something here. When the leaders met the CEO at the YE, there is this one officer from presidency who took part of the meeting. It's sad that he made a very unfortunate comment. I stand here to condemn him. Mr. Boma, Nana, is it Mr. Boma? According to Boham, according to him, he said the government will not yield any relevance or friction from paying Nabco trainees because irrespective of the huge amount of money they pump into the scheme, they never yielded any fruitful result. He even went ahead to compare it to free SHS, that they didn't spend much in free SHS as they spent in Nabco, yet they have been able to convince Ghanaians, they have been able to sell the policy of free SHS than Nabco. Why do you make this mischievous comparison? Friends from the media, I will stand here and speak to this government that they should never ever mount any platform to compare job creation policies to free SHS. Even the state of Nabco trainees graduate, our colleagues who completed their junior high schools, those who even took that decision, partook apprenticeship programs, carpentries, masons, pilots, they are doing exceedingly well than even those of us who call ourselves graduates without jobs. They are doing better. And even if you check how comprehensive the Nabco scheme was, we had a giant models like the Revenue Ghana. They were spearheading the revenue mobilizations. We could attest to the fact that it got to a time GRA came out to applaud Nabco trainees who got that opportunity in the institution because they recognize their relentless effort as an integral factor for their revenue mobilization and increment. So a scheme like this that we have young graduates who are helping us to generate revenue to take care of all these policies, you mount a platform to do a shoddy comparison like this. It's really unfortunate. So the Nabco scheme that you couldn't make it sustainable is because you built a story building on a very feeble, unplanned, and ricketing foundation. That is how come the Nabco scheme collapsed. So I believe that the 24-hour economy and the National Apprenticeship Program, if well taught and well initiated and implemented, we believe that it is the key to unlocking a brighter future for the Ghanaian youth. Thank you. I will